Hi, Catonsville. It is Friday. It is 3 o'clock, right on the not right there. Okay, and this one's easy. You obviously know where I am, and honestly, I can't believe we've not been here. And you know, every Friday we like to go to a different business and we give a business an opportunity. And selfishly, I get to speak to the business owners and learn so much history. And this one is not going to disappoint for sure. So I am here obviously at Bill's Music. Let's take a scan around here. They got a little bit of everything. I've had a really nice conversation with Brian, so I'm going to turn the camera around, and Brian is going to tell us a bit about Bill's, and I'm going to ask him some questions that I've already now found the answers to that I want to share with you. So, Brian, hi, how are you?
Hi, everybody out there in Facebook land.
Yes. Brian, my first question is, how long have you worked here?
I started with my dad when I was 15 years old. If I tell you how long I've worked here, that's going to date myself, but it's 36 years if you want to do the math.
Oh my goodness. And you told me how long Bill's has been here.
Bill started right here on the block in 1965. So they started in the corner, kind of underneath where the new Beaumont's going to be. And it's been all around where the Caton House is and where the Blue Irish Flower Shop is or was. And next door where the AMC Pharmacy is. And finally we've migrated to where we are now, which is right here. Right
So was Bill your dad?
Bill is my dad.
Okay, so I hit pay gold today when I called you up, didn't I? That's great.
Well, it's a family story here. So I got two sisters working here.
Yeah.
I got my mom and dad, and I got a brother-in-law. So you get a lot of family if you call us here.
Wow, so really it should be Bill's family's music, right?
We'll stick with Bill.
Yeah. Well, that is super exciting. And you are pretty much right downtown here in Catonsville. And hard to believe, but some people have never been in here. I know you were like, of course they have, but some may not. We have new people that have moved into town, lots of musicians. So let's talk about some of the things you just talked about with me. So pretty much you said you have every kind of instrument that somebody can either buy brand new or used,
That's
right?
correct. We buy used products from people each and every day. But if you go around our store, it's anything you can think of almost in the music world. We're sitting here in the acoustic guitar room. You can go to the keyboard room, the drum room. We have pro audio if you want us to do a mobile DJ or setting up your club or your restaurant, pro audio pieces. But then crazy things. We have bagpipes and we have accordions and we have a sitar sitting up there. All the musical instruments you need for school, the flutes and the clarinets, if you've got a kid ready to play in school this coming year. So if it's musical, we like to think we have it just about all the time.
That is wonderful. I was just telling you how I just happen to have not only a 10th grader at home, but a trumpet. And so you do buy instruments?
We do. If you're one of the many parents whose kid played in school and they're not playing anymore and you got a trumpet or a saxophone sitting upstairs, you bring it to us and we'll try to buy it from you.
That's
plus,
wonderful.
Guitars and anything else in the music world.
So also you, and while he was playing the trumpet, he came here for classes. And you guys did a really good pivot. And through COVID, you were actually doing virtual classes, right?
That's correct. We had up to close to around 500 students before COVID hit. Of course, we had to shut it down, but a lot of people needed things to do at home, so a lot of people were very excited to do virtual lessons. So most of our teachers, they set them up with Zoom or Facebook Live like we're on now or whatever, and we were able to get the student and the teachers matched up virtually, and so we still have hundreds of students currently still taking virtual music lessons.
So you still have room for many more though, right? Virtual
There's always room for many more.
Okay, and what about doing it in person? When's that going to start back up?
We're starting to rev it up a little bit as we speak. You know, there's some things that go along with that, but you know, make sure the teacher's comfortable and the students want to do it. But we're hoping in fall that we'll start revving up and having more in-person lessons and not just virtual.
Okay, you also have a massive, great parking lot here, and out back you said you have band space. So if somebody has a band, tell me about that again.
Well, there's a lot of bands out there with no place to practice. You know, mom doesn't want you in the basement, you're too loud, or you don't have a basement. So we have what we call band rehearsal spaces. So if you need a place to practice, we do have rehearsal rooms. They're about 10 by 20, so they're, you know, sizable enough where you can put your band in there. And if you need a little equipment, we can help you get equipment in there. But yeah, it's just places you rent them by the hour, they're not expensive. And it's a place for bands to, you know, rehearse, because you know, it's good for us to get bands together. So we want them to have a place to play, and so that's what we use it for.
That's wonderful. And you said that, you know, impromptu, people come in and they might...
We have music going here all day, every day. People are coming in, they're playing guitars, or maybe a couple of them just having a little bit of fun, or they're going and playing out the keyboards or the organs. So there's always music going in here all day, every day.
And you have a lot of staff in here too. So are they all like music lovers and
They
know their instruments, I'm sure.
Except for me, everybody in here plays something. So,
you don't play?
Except for me. So, but all the other employees here, yeah, they're either guitar players or keyboard players. So most of them are very astute at what their specialty is, and most of them know and love music. You know, they go home after a day of Phil's music and play their own guitar or do their own recording studio. So yeah, pretty much everybody that works here is a player of some type.
That's wonderful. And so I guess also you must have all the pieces. You have plectrons and cases and everything to do with music.
We have everything to do with music. We have all the instruments. We have all the accessories for all the instruments. We'll rent it to you if you want to get started, not sure you want to play. And so absolutely, if it's musical, we have it.
Well, that is wonderful. Thank you so much. And we did have somebody that guessed. Every week we have somebody that guests Bill music, and finally we're over here. So is there anything exciting on your calendar or anything we can help you with to get up and running, to help you promote? I mean, you had said they did the School of Rock. Columbia brought the School of Rock over here at one point.
In our parking lot, if you've been living in Catonsville, you've probably seen some music coming from our parking lot. You know, we had Jeremiah Lloyd, we have clinicians come all the time. Of course, it's a fun day musical in Catonsville tonight. It's Frederick Road Fridays starting.
Yay!
So it's a lot of hustle and bustle. We got music across the street at State Fair, and there's a lot of music in Catonsville going on right now, all over the place, really. So yeah, we love being part of that. And when the time comes, we'll start, doing our clinics or shows or whatever we're doing in our parking lot. Nothing on the horizon, but it'll get there.
Great, great. I actually live, well, you probably know half the people that my neighbors, where there is. So on Park, they have like 3 bands. On Fairfield, there's Mike has 2 bands, and TJ plays with a band too. So it's such a musical town. It's wonderful.
Not Music City, Maryland for nothing.
That is absolutely right. Well, thank you, Brian, so much. Let me just turn this around. Okay, so here's my challenge. If you've never been into Bill's music, you really must come in. Just to see the building. The building is huge. They've got a great space here. And how welcoming are they? And of course, they're all family. And if they're not blood family, they probably are music family. So we did have a winner today. So congratulations. I'm going to private message you, and Brian has a gift card for you. Just come on in. And like he said, Frederick Road Fridays, the chamber is up and running with that. Let's get our music on. Head over there today, and we'll be back. So send us pictures from your Frederick Road Fridays. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.